JD Vance vows investigation into pizza and grape soda references in Epstein files. Now, we all seen those references. But the pizza thing, we all know what pizza mean. Everyone should have known what pizza meant because of when Pizzagate came out, and we've learned about the FBI, how the FBI put out what these pedos would say in their circles to kind of circumvent things and they had like code words and stuff like that. We all know that pizza was one of those code words for young girls, and hot dogs was young boys. So we already know that pizza is young girls, and grape soda, that's a reference that was new to me that I heard from the Epstein files. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to hear what JD Vance and others has to say about all of this. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. There you'll find a link to my Patreon. That's where I'll talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account. So follow me there as well. All right. So let's get to this news. But first, let me see if I can find a separate clip here. Because y'all know how Slay News is. You be in the middle of the video and it bumps you out. So hold on a second. Let me get the link. For the first one, I don't have the link to, but for the second video, I'll show the link. I'll put it in a separate link so we don't get booted out by Slay News. But anyway, let's get into this. This comes from Slay News, and they report that Vice President JD Vance said he intends to pursue further investigation into unusual language found in the Jeffrey Epstein files, pointing to references like pizzas and grape sodas that he said appear out of place and warrant scrutiny. Yeah, I agree, but I wish it would be a little bit more than just investigation into words. We need to find these people and lock these people up. No one has been locked up for the Epstein stuff besides Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, which is just ridiculous. But his remarks come as Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche maintains that the Department of Justice, DOJ, has already released all relevant material tied to Epstein, setting up a growing divide between administration officials over whether more remains to be uncovered. And no one is satisfied by what the DOJ released. Nobody. Vance flagged suspicious language in the Epstein files. Speaking at a Turning Point USA event, Vance described reviewing documents connected to Epstein and encountering communications that raised red flags. He said, quote, one person sent an email to Jeffrey Epstein saying, oh, they were some really nice, like pizzas or grape sodas or something like that, Vance said. So let's play that clip. Here we go.
I'm probably more obsessed with this than most officials, okay? Probably more obsessed with this than most people even in this room, is when you see somebody who says something in an email that suggests, there's one email I read, and it's been a little while ago, but it was talking about, one person sent an email to Jeffrey Epstein saying, oh, there were some really nice, like, pizzas and grape sodas or something like that. And I remember it sounded like the Pizzagate conspiracy theory, but here it was in like an email from a guy. And my reaction to that was, we should absolutely investigate that person, okay? And, you remind me, I'm going to follow up on that to see whether we've investigated that person, because we should. We absolutely should. When you see evidence of sexual assault, sexual misconduct, regardless of whether you're powerful or not, in fact, you should probably investigate it more if you're a powerful person, right? I don't want powerful people, being involved in this disgusting behavior.
Could they think they can get away with it? And they have been getting away with it for so long. DOJ maintains files are fully released. Blanche, however, has taken a firm position that no additional Epstein-related documents remain unclosed. He said, quote, we have released everything, Blanche said in a recent appearance on Fox News. So let's get to that clip here, which again, no one really believes. Well, let's check out that clip. Here we go.
Go ahead and release more, do you not? The authority to go ahead and release more, do you not? And you have the authority to Go to Congress, perhaps?
No, we have released everything. So listen, we reviewed 6 million pieces of paper. What we released were anything associated with the Epstein files. So there, we are not sitting on a single piece of paper. Nothing that should be released. If we find something else tomorrow, we'll release it. I don't anticipate we will. So the misguided assumption that there is more to be released is because we reviewed millions and millions of pages within the department, millions of which had nothing to do with Epstein. So it's not as if we looked at a document and said, you know, we're not going to release that. If we didn't release it, it's because it was not responsive to the law and therefore not part of the Epstein files. What we've done with Congress is we by law, we had to make certain redactions, by law, including of victims and of PI information. But we said to Congress, any congressman can come in and spend as much time as they want looking at everything unredacted. And if you think we should be doing something, Congressman or Congresswoman, let us know and we will do it. And so we have that. I don't know how this department or this president can be more transparent than saying, American people, here's every single document in our entire database. And if we had to redact it because of victim names, anybody can come and look at it if you're a member of Congress. No restrictions, unredacted.
I want to squeeze in one more topic, and that is about fentanyl.
The problem is no one believes that. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. Whatever happened to all that information at the New York office was hiding and all of that? Remember when Pam Bondi came out with that notebook and she said, this is everything here. Come to find out it was everything we already knew. You know, like, so they give us a reason not to trust them and then get upset and be upset when we're saying we don't believe you. Even me as a Trump supporter don't believe that this is everything. Debate reignites over Pizzagate, linked language. Vance's comments have revived attention on language patterns in the Epstein files that some observers say resemble previously flagged code words. The issue traces back to 2016 when emails from Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign manager, John Podesta, were published by WikiLeaks. And check out my old YouTube. I've done plenty of videos on the whole WikiLeaks stuff. And John Podesta disgusting self. Like, I mean, his picture, some of the stuff that he was posting on Instagram back in the day and all the innuendos about children. I mean, it's disgusting. I'm not even going to get into it. But the emails contain repeated references to pizza and other terms that critics argue appeared in unusual context. No, not just critics in unusual context. The FBI talked about what these references really were. Most recent Epstein-related documents released have prompted similar questions. Analysts reviewing the files have pointed to repeated mentions of pizza and other phrases that they argue do not clearly refer to food. Of course it doesn't. On Wall Street 8, he posted on X, new Jeffrey Epstein documents have emails consistently used the very similar word, the word pizza. The emails they write when referencing to pizza don't make any sense if they were talking about food. Absolutely. Pizzagate was 100% real. Where are the arrests? Yeah. Even Bill Maher, I'm going to play the clip in a minute. Even Bill Maher came out and said, man, we owe QAnon an apology. He was absolutely right. This stuff was happening. He said, I remember when I first heard about this and we laughed at it and joked and didn't think this stuff was real, I was wrong. I apologize. Bill Maher came out and said that. But let's play this clip that came out back in February. Here we go.
I haven't seen any photos of Jeffrey Epstein. Pizzagate is 100% real. I haven't seen any photos of Jeffrey Epstein eating pizza. I'm starting to think that whenever he says pizza, he's actually talking about something else. You mean radiating a soft glow with this bliss and excitement? Yeah, that's the pizza. You guys feeling the same?
Like, what? I've never had a pizza where I felt bliss and excitement before. I've had some really good pizza, but I've never had pizza make me feel like that.
Way about this. Pizzagate is 100% real. I haven't seen any.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Mike Benz, analyzing the newer materials, said, quote, in these new files, you'll see a lot of people talking about pizza in a way that seems like a code. It's kind of impossible. Yeah, once you know it, you can't unsee it. Once you know these references, you can't unsee it. I talk about what's that singer name and his crazy wife? John light-skinned brother. John I'm sorry, I gotta look it up, y'all. I'm sorry, let me look him up really quick. Because I don't listen to him because of the whole Pizzagate stuff. Singer John Legend, that's his name. John Legend and his crazy wife. And my old lady brought me a record because she know I love records. I love to sample. I love making music and stuff. And she brought me home a record, and it just happened to be John Legend. I was like, nah, take that record back. I don't want anything from this dude because when the whole Pizzagate stuff come out, people started looking at people's Instagram, and John Legend and his wife Instagram was super duper weird with a bunch of pizza and stuff references and stuff like that. And they never explained what these references was really about. But some reports have also highlighted communication involving Epstein associate Dr. Harry Fish that references pizza and grape soda in ways described as ambiguous. Questions persist as officials split on next steps. I'm not split. These people need to be investigated, held to trial, and put in prison. But critics argue the volume of the context of these references combined with Epstein's documented trafficking network justify further investigation rather than dismissal. Absolutely. Others maintain the language is benign and caution against drawing conclusions without clear evidence. Are you serious? Like, who says that? Who are the others that say this? I mean, because like I said, once you know the references, once you know the terms that they use, you can't unknow it, and you will see it on things. It's crazy. It's tons. I'm not gonna get into it. There's tons of videos you can find on YouTube, what's it called? YouTube and sorry, it escapes me. What's the place that got tons of that stuff on there that talks about it? Starts with an R. Oh my gosh. Why am I having a brain freeze today, y'all? Y'all know the platform. So you put it in the chat. I can't think of the platform. It starts with an R, but there's plenty of it on that platform as well, where people go deep dives into it. And like I said, once you learn this stuff, you cannot unsee it. You cannot unsee it. The split between Vance and the Justice Department underscores a broader tension that has followed the Epstein case for years, as official assurances that all information has been disclosed clash with ongoing public skepticism. Whether Vance's call for additional review leads to new findings remain unclear, but his willingness to revisit the issue signals that questions surrounding Epstein's network and the language used within it are unlikely to fade anytime soon. And we shouldn't. Don't let it go. Keep talking about it. Keep this in the zeitgeist so these victims can finally receive some type of justice. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave y'all comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and check out JDThePsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.